अरे मैंने परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट और टेक्निक मेरे को दोनों में नहीं रहा
मेरा साइंस से लगा
अरे मेरे साइंस से को डाल दे सीधा उधर शक्ति में लेकिन जाओ सेकंड प्रेफरेंस हेल्थ का
लिस्ट में मेरा कितना
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपने कल भी लिस्ट बना दिया और आज मैंने अपना थर्ड प्रेफरेंस में काम को बोला
क्यों? This is the 10th standard, no?
नहीं
अच्छा 9 start हो गया? I forgot your faces almost. How many were there? पूरे say. Some were there or only 4 of you were there? Some more. अभी फिर से 10th वहाँ पे हो रहा है क्या? 10th फिर से वहाँ पे हो रहा है? 10th वहाँ पे हो रहा है फिर से? उधर हो रहा है। What did we do? It's been a long time, no? 1.5 months almost. More than that. So you all went to the other part of the world for the holiday?
Other part of India.
Other part of India.
Other part of Maharashtra.
How was your holidays? But don't plan to go for such long holiday for the month of for the next year. Huh? Next year, go for such holidays. Now.
When the 31 days off. When the school were off.
When the school be open?
It's when the school were reopened, she went free.
Acha, that's not to say it is so smart. So school based so serious.
only one month
Only 1 month. Who goes for a holiday for a month? Okay. So what we were doing at what
Fundamental.
अच्छा अभी हम लोग अभी भी फंडामेंटली फील भी नहीं कर School has finished this chapter or not?
Not started. School is only not.
School not started?
yes
So sorry.
I'm very slow. Only 3 chapters are there now for 4 years. So they are
पूरा एक पीरियड का वैसे दिखा भी नहीं कर ऐसे बैठते रहोगे तो बना है
कैसे?
means
तीन ही चैप्टर का हम लोग को बोला
तीन ही चैप्टर है तो एक बार धीरे करने के बाद हम should get time to revise ताकि right all answers करें
एक पीरियड ऐसे
तो फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री को तो खत्म करना है
नहीं math different
हाँ तो डिफरेंट टीचर्स भी अगर फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री सब एक पीरियड में होता है तो how do you say something like that?
only biology is
फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री हो रहा है क्वेश्चन
हाँ
fundamental unit of life. What was the last topic? Tell me what did we do? Vacuum. That means we had finished with plant cell, animal cell check, animal cell organelles. Now we have to revise this debate. You must have forgotten everything. What did we study? What did we study there when we talk about the cell organelles? First of all, in that chapter, cell, fundamental unit of life. In that chapter, first we must have studied about the concept of unicellular, multicellular. First, we must have studied the concept of unicellular, multicellular. Then we must have studied the concept of prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Okay. Then we had studied structural and functional unit of life, the concept of cell theory. Then we talk about cell organelles. These are the contents of the chapter. Then we talk about cell organelles. First we talk about the cell organelles of animal cell. And yes, now I remember with this batch, the last topic that I was doing was tonicity. I was doing. Animal cell, and then we were studying plant cell. And the last topic that we are going to do in this chapter would be the cell membrane. The cell membrane and permeability. The cell membrane and the permeability. So these are the contents of the chapter. Now in this chapter, I think the first part, that is unicellular, multicellular, we have done. Unicellular organisms, multicellular organisms. You remember the way of duty? You did not forget, no? When I entered the classroom today, I was wondering who are they? I forgot the faces of this. So now unicellular, what do you remember? Unicellular, multicellular? Unicellular, multicellular organism, one example. Paramecium unicellular. And this is doing today. So now that we talk about multicellular organisms, humans, plants, unicellular organism, give me 5 examples of unicellular organisms. We learn quite a lot. Yeast is there, paramecium is there, euglena is there, amoeba is there, bacteria, and many more. So we talk about various different types of unicellular organisms. Okay. Now, major difference, that is what we had studied. If it is a unicellular organism, there is no division of labor. I think I have written down those points also. If it is unicellular organism, there is no division of labor. That is, there is no division of labor, meaning all the functions will be carried out by that one single cell. And if it is multicellular organisms, there is division of labor because the organism will have different groups of cells, different groups of tissues. And these different groups of cells, different groups of tissues will perform different functions. When we are talking about there is division of labor in multicellular organism, explain, give reason. What will you write? There is division of labor in multicellular organisms. Explain. What to write?
There are difference.
There is division of labor in multicellular organism, which means different tissues take up different job, different work. Now there are different group of tissues, and this different group of tissues are responsible for different type of activities, different type of functions, physiological functions. For example, the lungs carry out the process of respiration. Stomach, intestine carry out the process of digestion. Muscles carry out the process of contraction, movement. So like this, we will have to give examples and explain. Prokaryotic, eukaryotic. First, give me one example each. A prokaryotic cell, prokaryotic bacteria. Eukaryotic, plant and animal cell. So when I talk about what is the basic difference we had learned? Prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Yes? Undefined nucleus in case of prokaryotic. What is that undefined nucleus known as? Nucleus. What is that undefined nucleus known as? Nucleus. And what about the chromatin structures of the prokaryotic cell? What about the chromosome, chromatin structure of the prokaryotic cell? All your schools have not reopened till now? Reopened? DPS, no? Right. Both are reopened already, no? You are from which school? DPS. You are from DPS. DAB. All day. And you? APG. Reopened already? APG not reopened? Tomorrow it is. So now that we talk about the chromatin structures of prokaryotic. What did we discuss? Recollect chromatin structures of prokaryotic.
It is one tangled up.
It is one chromatin structure. When we talk about a prokaryotic cell is made up of only one single chromosome, which is extensively long, extensively coiled. Then if this is true, then what about the eukaryotic? made up of many chromosomes. The nuclear region of a eukaryotic cell will have many chromosomes. And of course, they are also coiled, they are also long, but it is not that only one single is extensively long. Are the chromosomes covered or protected or wrapped by a nuclear membrane in case of a eukaryotic cell? Yes. In a prokaryotic cell, not at all. So that's the reason for the prokaryotic cell we say the chromatin region, which is scattered, we say that this is the nucleus. And in case of a eukaryotic cell, we will consider this as nucleus. Correct? Then what did we learn next? Cell theory we have studied. What is the concept of cell theory we studied? Cells arise from pre-existing cells. This was put forward by the biologists. This was put forward by which biologist? Cell theory was put forward by which biologist? इसीलिए इतना लंबा छुट्टी नहीं लेना चाहिए. Who proposed the cell theory? Who biologists have proposed the cell theory? Who biologists who proposed the cell theory? Oh, the just school reopened, no details? Not yet. Why did you such long holidays?
My started on week
12 it started. So 12 already they should be open today. They are reopening when? 20th. What are you going to do another 8 days? Studying, did you start studying little bit?
I know it goes somewhere for their parents.
They have not done any studying during the holidays. Holiday homework was there. Who were the biologists who proposed the cell theory? Now, if I take a short test today, revision test. Who proposed the cell theory? Two biologists who proposed the cell theory, Schlegel and Schwann. No?
No.
You have not studied that? Cell theory you have not studied?
Given in the NCERT textbook.
Cell theory in the textbook, in the volume, find out. Cell theory is there. Cell theory is there. Cells are the structural and functional unit of life. All cells arise from pre-existing cells. Did we learn something like this in this chapter?
Yes.
Yes. So that is what known as cell theory. And who proposed the cell theory? It is not there. It is there. It is there. देखो नोट्स में मैंने लिखवाया होगा. I must have asked you to write cell theory. Did not you write anything about cell theory? Who proposed cell theory? Matthias, Schlegel, Theodor Schwann. You have not written. Textbook है किसके पास? Who brought the textbook? This is something which has not changed in this 1.5 months. Textbook कोई नहीं करता है. Now in every biology lecture, turn by turn, if you feel that the textbook is so heavy, 10 kgs almost, then turn by turn you will carry the textbook. Every day 2 textbooks should be there in the class. Understood? So when we talk about, you will go home and find out if it is there in the textbook. Cell theory, when we talk about the concept of cell theory, biologists who have proposed the cell theory, what were the postulates of cell theory? Postulates of cell theory were cells are the structural unit. Cells are the structural unit. This is one. Cells are the functional unit. Cells are the structural units. You had one test, no?
Yes, ma'am. First test.
Biology test over. Enter chapter on cell.
Yes.
How did it go?
Nice.
Nice meaning
15.
on 15. Excellent. What about this side? What? You don't remember? There's a test schedule. Are you aware about the test schedule? Yes? Do you get the test schedule? In the app, you are intimated about the test schedule. All of you should be aware about it. The test, once the chapter is over, you are supposed to take those tests as it comes as scheduled. In case you miss the test, now there was no reason to miss the test. School is not on, no school exams. You go for somebody's wedding, birthday, now for that, please don't miss the test.
I didn't miss it.
Then,
I don't remember how to.
so if you are little bit prepared, then you can take the test in this week also before your school reopens. You can get a revision of this chapter, read the chapter, take the test. Those of you have missed the test, you should take the test. Always appear for the tests. In case, now it will happen when your school reopens quite a number of times. The tests here, will always clash with your school exams. So obviously you'll have to appear for your school exams first. So in that case, you will have to appear for the test here on a other lecture day when you are coming. So you have to get prepared and appear for the test here, so that you are exposed to so many other questions. You know the chapter much better. Cells are the structural and functional unit. Now these postulates, they were been proposed by Schleiden. These were proposed by Schleiden and Schwann. These were proposed by Schleiden and Schwann. And the third postulate, that is, all cells arise from pre-existing cells. All cells arise from pre-existing cells. This was put forward by Virchow, Rudolf Virchow. So this is what we have to remember. What are the basic concepts of cell theory? Then we were talking about the cell organelles. Cell organelles, that is, cell organelles of the animal cell. Cell organelles of the animal cell. No? Now I think we are almost done with the entire portion of animal cell organelles and plant cell organelles. So we talked about mitochondria. Mitochondria has got a double membrane. The inner membrane is folded, known as the cristae. And on the cristae there are some knob-like structures which are known as the F0 particles, which is necessary for formation of ATP. What is the job of the mitochondria? Mitochondria helps in the synthesis of ATP. Mitochondria helps in the formation of the energy molecules in the form of ATP. Then also another function of mitochondria that we are supposed to write down, cellular respiration, cellular oxidation. Meaning inside the mitochondria, the food, or inside the mitochondria, the energy that is getting produced can also help in the breakdown of food. And in the process of breakdown of food, what will be released? Carbon dioxide. Oxygen will be used and carbon dioxide will be released. A process known as cellular oxidation. Then what was the job of the Golgi complexes? Golgi complexes are basically meant for releasing enzymes. And if you remember the arrangement of the Golgi, they were in the form of some disc plates, one after the other. In the form of some plates, one after the other. Then next is what? Next we talk about the process of formation of the framework. Formation of framework in the cell. Which organelle is involved in the formation of the framework of the cell? Endoplasmic reticulum. And apart from the formation of the framework, endoplasmic reticulum also helps in formation of endoplasmic reticulum also helps in the formation of proteins. Then which type of endoplasmic reticulum I am talking about? Rough endoplasmic reticulum involved in the formation of proteins, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum is involved in the formation of lipids. Lipids, don't write fats, lipids. And if I talk about the muscle cells will be majorly rich in smooth type or the rough type. Rough type. Why? Because muscle cells need more proteins than fats. Muscle cells need protein for the process of contraction. Then next is we talk about lysosomes. Lysosomes contain what type of enzymes in them? Digestive enzymes, also known as the hydrolytic enzymes. The lysosomes always contain hydrolytic enzymes, and that is the reason they are able to destroy any type of foreign pathogens, germs entering our cell by pouring those enzymes into the unwanted substances in the cell. So, what type of a benefit we are enjoying? We get defense, but this is the normal method of killing pathogens, germs, etc. But when in our cell, the parts and the organelles, etc., they start becoming old. The cells are in the process of aging. The cells are in the process of becoming non-functional. Then what will happen? These cells also should be broken down and should be released out of the body as waste substances. Then each organelle takes up the job, lysosomes again. So in this regard, the lysosomes are also known as suicidal bags. And we were talking about a difference or a similarity between mitochondria and chloroplast. What is one similarity between the mitochondria and chloroplast? One similarity between the mitochondria and chloroplast is, what did we learn? They both are known as semi-autonomous organelles because the chloroplast as well as the chloroplast we had finished, no? Because chloroplast and mitochondria both are containing their own DNA. They have their own DNA. And since they have their own DNA, they can carry out their process of division, growth on their own. That is the reason they are known as semi-autonomous organelles. We will do some questions. We are only finished with the chapter. We haven't done much of questions. So let us do some questions now, and then I go. The last part of the topic actually I was teaching you. I remember now in this time. All you have been taking some questions and you will practice and learn how to write appropriate answers. Previous year question. First of all, look into page number 88. Look into page number 88, section A. Look into page number 88, section A. Start taking the questions that you will write. Number 1, 2, number 3. I will explain this concept. Number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7. This answer did I give you? Why are cells known as the structural and functional units of this answer we have already? Draw the diagram of a eukaryotic nucleus. Did we draw the diagram of the nucleus? When I explained you the structure of the nucleus, I have drawn the diagram. Did you draw the diagram? Diagram of the nucleus, did you draw? When I explained you nucleus, you must have drawn. Okay, not a problem. I will show you again. Then number 2 again, 15, 16. Here 15, 16, number 2. Number 2. Come to 15, 16 again. This set of questions we are now doing. These are, of course, we should try. These are activity-based questions. NCRT questions, which are some of the most important ones. Take those questions which you should read on your own. Answers are already given there. You saw? Answers are already there. The questions are already solved. You just have to read. That reading we cannot do for you. See question number 2, question number 3, number 4, number 6. Number 4, number 6. Go to the next page, 92, number 8. Complete filling the blanks and true false. Will you do this last time in the volume? Volume, page number 92. Fill in the blanks and true false. Will you do that? Match the column, we will do there. And very short answer questions. Very short answer questions. Just tick some. Not all. I am asking you to answer only few. But does that mean that the rest of the questions you are going to leave out? You will go through all in the book at home when you are preparing the chapter. Let us do some very important ones. Question number 2. Number 6, 7, 10, 13, 14. Okay, get started now. This worksheet question just mark there. The entire worksheet question remains as homework. The entire worksheet question remains as homework. Now, whatever question I ask you to do, pick up your notebook and get started. If it is just a short question to be answered in the volume itself, you do. Pick up your notebook, get started. And we are going to study now permeability also. First of all, solve few questions. There is one question related to permeability. When you come across that question, just tick and leave it for the time being. The rest you do. Come on, the rest keep doing. Keep doing the rest. Neatly in your notebook, you will write the question and the answer. These are all previous year questions. You have your notebook. Even questions. You will not only write out the answer and the question is not there. So this is as if you are making some notes. Question and the answer. Keep them arranged so that now next time when you read, you have the question and the answer straight away. Get started, all of it, all of it. Do your work, complete your work. So you need to revise this part again because I teach permeability. I wanted right after the chapter. I could have just completed with permeability and finished up with the chapter, but after a long gap, you need to little bit revise so that you are also aware that what has been taught in this chapter. Solve some questions so you are also confident about this chapter. Keep writing. I asked you to take several questions. If you take all of them, come on, get started. Write down the name of the chapter and then get started. Question, answer. You have a doubt anyway, any confusion is there, keep asking. Are the questions too lengthy? 5 pages. Questions are too lengthy questions. Then, now that you are solving the answers later again, how will you read? Question number? Okay. Start, otherwise you will not finish. The third question, you will write down the answer. You will write down the question and you will ask me. I will give the answer for the third question. Read the question. Once you write the question, you will tell. That question all of you have to write. Did you reach the third question? What is that question? Tell me.
Take the phenomena that results in the shrinkage of human blood cells when they are placed in hypotonic salt or sugar solution.
What to write? Osmosis. Osmosis, yes. I just started explaining you this. I explained it once, but there was one more boy who was having a doubt. So that's why I told you that I will change that topic again. So check. Did you write down the answer already?
Yes, ma'am.
Complete. Read what you have written. Only one word. Read the question complete.
Name the phenomenon that results in the cellular shrinkage of human RBCs when they are placed in hypotonic.
Okay, it is only name, not explain. No, then you write down only one. Similar question you will be asked to explain the condition. Then you have to explain. Okay, you will come up with those questions also. Keep doing. Any doubt? You will not remain stuck. Immediately ask, write, and do it fast. All these questions finish up that I gave you. You will never do any homework. You finish up in the classes there. Read out the question.
Our epidermal cells inside the compound.
Epidermal cells release a substance known as cuticle. Epidermal cells release. Epidermal cells, actually this is a cell chapter, no, this is actually in the concept of tissues. It is actually a part of tissues chapter, right? Protective tissues, and the concept of protective tissues. Okay, that is also can write down the same answer at the same time. I'm dictating that answer, you may write it down which number it is. 4. Number 4. Write down the answer for that. Epidermal cells release a layer of waxy substances, known as cuticle. A layer of waxy substance known as cuticle. Cuticle, C-U-T-I-C-L-E, cuticle, which prevents the entry of unwanted substances and pathogens. Unwanted substances and pathogens into the deeper layers of the leaf cells. Full stop. Of the leaf cells. Deeper layers of the leaf. Full stop. Deeper layers of the leaf. Full stop. They also act as a waterproof covering of the leaf. They also act as a waterproof covering of the leaf. That's it. Go to the next fast. In the
Second part of the second question. How does it, what makes you consider the answer? We just tried what it should cover.
There's a second part also, the answer is already given there. Drawing of the inherited nucleus. Stop arguing and draw the diagram. A double layered nuclear envelope should be there. Large number of chromatin threads will be there, followed by the nucleolus and a whole lot of cytoplasm. What are the parts you should label? Nucleolus, chromatin fibers, nucleoplasm. Start. Draw the diagram. Use a pencil. No pen for drawing the diagram at all. This diagram, if you are drawing it on the rule side, should be something around 5 to 6 lines. Not a small diagram you draw. Diagram of the nucleus of a eukaryotic cell. Draw the diagram. Okay. Keep doing, finish up. You finish all the questions in this period itself. You are stuck anyhow, anywhere, keep asking. What is meant by striated muscles? What is meant by striated muscles? Striated muscles are muscles which has striations in the form of alternate light and dark bands. Right up. Striated muscles, also known as skeletal muscles. Those of you want to write down the answer, write it at one go. Striated muscles, which number you say, which number it is? Because what happened? MCQ. But he's saying what is meant by striated muscles. You want to write down the answer, you write. Written, striated muscles, also known as skeletal muscles, has alternate light and dark bands. Alternate light and dark bands. Full stop. They are attached to bones. They are attached to bones. What happened? Keep writing. Which question now next? You have a doubt, ask. Waste time. Whatever. Fill in the blanks because it will do all of those. It should not take more than 5 minutes. Fast, keep doing. Write out the answer there only. Ashwari, your name is Ashwari. What is the next question? Keep doing. Getting the answers for filling the blanks, true, false. Keep doing fast, finish up. Next video, what happened? Which question?
Can a single cell live independently on its own in space and human?
Can
Can a single cell live independently on its own?
a single cell live independently on its own? Can a single cell live independently on its own? A single cell can live independently on its own if it has, देखो answer, a single cell can live independently on its own a single cell can live independently on its own and carry out all functions such type of cells which make up a complete organism, such type of a cell which make up a complete organism are known as unicellular organisms. Go ahead, proceed. Continue fast. Yes, now tell me. Which one? Next.
20 to 16 Prakash sold 6 brown raisins in water. Brown raisins in water. And after 10 hours, found that the mass has become 9 grams. Determine the percentage.
10 grams. It was 10 grams earlier.
No, it was 6 grams.
6 grams earlier, and then it has become 9 grams.
In 10 hours. Determine the percentage of water absorbed by raisins.
Determine the percentage of water absorbed. Now, determine the percentage of water absorbed. Now, here to calculate, you will have to. We are not doing exactly a very specific calculation here. Stick your water after 10 hours. Percentage of water absorbed by the raisins. You have solved already? You have typically solved it mathematically? Okay. So what are you supposed to do, let me? First is the initial amount is, initial weight is 6. The final weight is 9 given or 10? 9. Then what to do? First find out the difference. What is the difference? 3 grams. What to do? Divide by the time 10 hours into 100. Into 100. Do that. Roughly also you can write here because we are not talking about exactly typical mathematical calculation. How to? Roughly now that we talk about 3 gram, 9 gram. The difference is it will be around how much? Now that you calculate how much you are getting? 30%. So 3 gram and 9 gram, the difference is 3. It is roughly around 30. You don't have to show that calculation also. Roughly 30 grams or 30%. Percentage they are talking about. So here in case of biology, you can write down roughly also. These are small calculations. It is 4 grams, 8 grams. Even if it is 4 grams and 9 grams also, and roughly you are writing roughly around 40%, then also you will get it correct. Understood? And if you want to do it and show, fair enough. But roughly also you write, it is good enough, not a problem. So find out the difference and then divide by the time into 100. The typical percentage sums that you do, that you only have to find out. we already complete discussing about the concept of hypotonic solution, hypertonic solution we have discussed. The three definitions you have to take care. Define isotonic, hypotonic, hypertonic. Did we do this the other day? Definitions did you write the other day? Check definitions if you have written the other day. Isotonic, I was explaining you about conditions, isotonic solutions, hypotonic solution, hypertonic solution. So this was a topic that I told you that we'll take up again. I talk about a cell, and the cell has an external medium. This cell, after a particular period of time, I get to see that the cell is not changing at all. The cell shape remains the same. But to conclude, the external medium of the cell must be of the same concentration as the cell. Under that condition, what is the external solution known as? The external solution will be termed as isotonic. But this is condition 1. I talk about another condition now. This is a cell, and this cell, after a particular period of time, we get to see that the cell has increased in its volume. Cytoplasmic volume has increased, and the vacuole has increased quite a lot as in comparison to previous 6 hours, 7 hours. So why the volume of the cytoplasm and the vacuole must have increased? Because so much of water must have been entered. What is this process of entering of the water inside the cell known as endoosmosis? Why did the water enter the cell? Because the external medium is dilute. So if the external solution is dilute, we will term such type of solutions as hypotonic. That means water is entering from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. The third, now what will be the behavior of the cell? How will the cell? The cell will show swelling. The cell swells up. Yes, the cell is swelling up. Third condition now. I talk about the cell, and this cell, after a particular period of time, we get to see that the cell shows a particular process of shrinkage. Now this was the vacuole of the cell. What happened? Now, this cell, after a particular period of time, you get to see that the entire cytoplasmic content is getting shrunken. It is not only the vacuole, the entire cytoplasmic content getting shrunken. And what about the vacuole? The vacuole also shrinks. Why this must have happened? What is the behavior of the cell? The cell is shrinking. Why it must have shrunken? Because so much of water it gives out. What is this process known as? Exoosmosis. When does a cell show exoosmosis? When a cell is placed in a hypertonic solution. So the definitions of all these three terms, if I have to define isotonic, a solution which has equal concentration of water as compared to a cell. You have to compare always. Hypertonic solution, a solution which has higher concentration of water as compared to a cell. Hypertonic solution which has lower concentration of water as compared to a cell. Finish up all these questions that I asked you to do. Some of these must have been still remaining. Complete all the questions, all of you. Few more questions the next class will do, and next class then in that case, if we are done with all the questions, no doubt left, then we are going to move on to the next chapter.
Sir,